Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 4. We're getting close to Pericalia. I believe if we go through the Pericalia farmland here, we'll be able to go right through. We could go through the western passes. I mean, that might go into Pericalia, I don't know, but yeah, we'll head through the farmland. It's the most direct route and we know for certain that we'd get there. So yeah, into the Pericalia farmland. Okay then, here's the farmland. This broad, flat plain is mostly farmland, helping to feed Pericalia to the west. A river flows by to the south, and long trenches carry some water up the rows of crops. The water has mostly kept its distance from Pericalia. There are no signs of battle. However, the creation infestations created by the rebels have managed to get a clawhold here. The rows of crops bear broad, bald patches where pests have torn into them. You are surrounded by areas where the ground has been torn up by large, burrowing pests. The Dracons have been merciless in their use of the shaping arts. The Unbound are not the only creations they have released into Shaper Lands to make life here a misery. And, yeah, we don't need that. Speak, speak, speak! There we go. There are several serviles out here, half-heartedly prodding at the crops with their hoes and being ready to flee in terror at the slightest sign of bug activity. You try to speak with them, but they are, like most serviles in Shaper Lands, shy and simple creatures. You notice that their robes are filthy and torn, and they look very hungry. They aren't being looked after well. That's a little concerning. Let's see. Sage Rudel. Alright. And he's got a wing bolt out there. Lovely. Oh, and one inside as well. There's an alchemy workshop out here, set a respectable distance from the city of Pericalia. That way, the occasional inevitable spills, gas leaks, and explosions don't cause unnecessary problems to regular working folk. This workshop is larger and better equipped than most. The alchemist must do a lot of work for the shapers. When you enter the shop, she wipes some black tarry goo off her hands with a trowel and greets you.
I am Sage Riddell. Welcome to my shop. I mostly do shaper work these days, crafting essence and potions and the like. If you need a love charm or something mundane, you'll have to look in the city.
Love charms are mundane? Okay. What sort of work do you do for the shapers?
I create the substances they require for their work. Solvents, mixtures. I even have a short-term license to create essence for them. Very few outsiders have the skills to earn that privilege.
Why do the shapers need so much goop?
I am surprised you would ask. The shaping craft is far more difficult and complicated than anything you or I do. It involves great power, which means it needs great machinery to gather, store, and channel that power. Every piece of every machine needs to be forged, polished, and processed, and every step requires its own noxious substances. Thus, I am allowed, in my own way, to aid the work of the shapers.
How do you make essence?
Oh, I can never tell you. It is so rare that they would share the secret with me. It is a partially alive fluid, many ingredients charged with energy. The shapers can take it and let it infuse their bodies. Then they can expel it, forming it into life.
She looks hard at you. She sniffs the air.
But I can tell that you are no stranger to this.
Why is it such a secret?
Because making it is technically an act of shaping, and an outsider like me caught shaping without permission would be rightly executed.
What do you do with the essence?
I bottle it and send it into Pericalia, nothing else. No shaping, of course. Do you need anything else? I do still have some potions in stock. Nothing minor, you understand. Quality goods.
Have you had any problems with the bugs around here?
Oh, those pests. They ate a large chunk of my herb garden not long ago. The shapers have often come to me for help dealing with the infestations, but my hatred of the bugs is personal.
How do you help with the infestations?
For the foul rebel creations that breed and spread, I help to develop poisons to kill them and bait to attract them. For the abler rebel creations like the podlings, I distract them and properly preserve the body parts. Then the shapers can study them at their leisure. Of course, I have not yet been able to help with the Unbound. I do look forward to the day when I can chop up one of those powerful beasts.
Are you doing anything to help with the bugs here?
I have been asked if I can brew up something helpful, yes. A great honor. I have developed a substance that attracts the bugs. Excellent bait for the hunting. Sadly, I have not yet been able to find a volunteer to test it.
Well, maybe I could help.
Really? You look like you could survive the process. The bait substance is in a cabinet in the back room. Look for a glass vial of red viscous fluid. If you carry it around this field and the bugs seem to be drawn to you, I have been successful. The bugs seem to be drawn to crops. Not extensively, but often. Exclusively, I mean.
Let me see your potions, because we need a few of those and those. Definitely. And maybe one of those. Yeah, that'll work. So one of the cabinets in your back room contains the stuff. We'll take them later. because I want to walk through the place first. Eek. Stay away from those. Red is always a bad sign. Let's see. For now, though, I'm mainly going to look around and such. I'm not going to go into the crops and get attacked until after I've explored everything first, because, yeah. It'll be easy to have explored everything. That way I'll know where I need to go. See, these are probably storage sheds. Yep, look like storage sheds. Let's see what we can get out of the storage sheds. Gloves, trowel, nothing of use there. Ooh! Potions, very useful. Bags of meal, and bags of meal. Okay. Nothing else of use in there. And how about in this storage shed? Oh dear, bugs. Hello. Hopefully this won't be too bad. Don't worry, we'll kill these bugs. I mean, they're just little bugs. See? Just like that. No threat whatsoever. Plus, we got a little experience, which is always nice to have. There's probably nothing in any of those. Let's see. More people. And there's a path into Pericalia itself. And... yep, that's Pericalia. Oh, we could have gotten to it through the western passes. Oh well, too bad. And now it's raining. Oh, here's something. Sergeant Roswald. There is a loyalist soldier sitting by this fire, cleaning off his sword. You note the blotches of sickly green goo on the blade, and his boots, and his armor. You suspect that soldiers out in the fields have to do a lot of cleaning. He looks up at you and snorts. Oh, just another mercenary. I'm Sergeant Roswald. The Pericalia gate is just up the wall. Be sure to have your papers ready. I can't help you. Tell me about Pericalia. The sergeant doesn't look up. Capital of the Storm Plains contains Stormhold's command center for the mighty General Alwyn. Want to see more? You should go inside. Tell me about General Alwyn. He is the only one who has been able to stop the rebel advance. He viciously jabs at a bit of dried green goo with his dagger. Not that it's helped me. Sergeant Roswald continues the long Sisyphean battle to scrape the green goo off of all his possessions. The rebel tactic of using rogue creations to tie up loyalist soldiers and keep them far from the battlefield is working. Where did that goo come from? Sergeant Roswald looks up at you eagerly, happy to find a new person to complain to about his problems. It comes from the bugs. That's what we do. We crush the bugs. That's all we do. We should be on the line fighting rebels. Instead, we're here trying to keep the crops from being eaten. And the serviles. Where did the bugs come from? The rebels made them. Then they released them into our lands. They're nasty and they breed fast. Curse them. Are you trying to wipe the bugs out? That would just be dreaming. We could eradicate them if we had the troops to spare, but we don't. The ones out in the wild can breed and spread, and that only will make it harder to get them all when the war is done. Right now, we're only trying to keep them from our food. How are the serviles doing? Terrible. The bugs terrify them. They aren't very bright, you know, and their keeper went into Pericalia a few weeks ago and didn't come out again. Not by this gate, anyway. He's probably in the Dara Reaches by now. I look after the serviles, but that's not my job. I'm going to get Commander Iliara to send a new keeper, but that's not her job. What a way to run a city. Anyway, I can help. He shakes his head. I'm a soldier for the Shapers. I don't work with mercenaries. And even if you did help me kill a bunch of bugs, they'd all be back tomorrow. You want to help? Go into the city and talk to Commander Iliara. Fair enough. We'll probably do that in a bit. Maybe in an episode or two. I mean, actually, next episode we'll probably take a look through the western passes since, you know me, I like to clear out everything! Everything! These barracks are the home to several of the serviles who work in the fields. You could smell them well before you entered. They are a filthy mess. Serviles kept by the Shapers for menial labor are kept very simple. They need a human to take care of them. Otherwise their homes become very filthy. The floor is a mess and the cooking fire has been allowed to go out. Their keeper is probably hiding inside Pericalia in an effort to stay a safe distance from hostile bugs. It's a terrible dereliction of duty. Just servile farmers. I can see a bit of a mess. It's not as nice as when you found random robes and tunics and such sitting on the ground, but, it's something. Wonder if there's any bugs in that little bit right over here. Are there bugs? There are not. Huh. I guess it's just a structure under construction or something. All that leaves is around over here. Oh, looks like there's actually a path to the south. Wonder what's down there. Almost through looking around everything, and here would be... This shop sold food to passing caravans, generally fish. It is currently closed. Nobody saw anything. Oh well. Alright, what is to the south? And the answer is... Oh right, the abandoned farms. Okay, now to go test that thing for that guy. Now let me see, it's probably this cabinet. No, not that cabinet. Okay then, it would probably be this cabinet down here. This cabinet is full of Sage Riddell's alchemical supplies. There are dozens of pots, vials, and gourds. You soon find the vial of red goo she described to you. You note that the cork has a small hole in it, just enough to allow a faint, bitter, pervasive smell to leak out. Take the goo. You take the vial and carefully put it into your pouch. You are now constantly followed by a faint, bad smell. Okay, let's do this. We'll find our way to the various crops, probably the chewed up ones, and do what we can. Start here. Nothing there. Okay. Nothing so far. Are you sure this works? So I'm not seeing anything working. I mean, I'm not seeing any bugs or anything. The red goo you got from Sage Riddell does indeed appear to work as she hoped. As the smell wafts away from you, you hear something rustling in the dirt. Moments later, several bugs burrow out, eager to see what smells so darn good. Ah, there we are. Servile, stay back! We can take care of this! After all, they're just bugs, and I am a warrior! Although they are poisonous. Yes, stay back, Serviles, I got this! What is that? Is that an ivory skull? It's an ivory skull, huh. Alright, let's see if we can clear out any others around here. Oh, there's none around there, so let's keep looking. We'll look around everywhere. Nothing over there. Sure, it works, but I just want to make sure that there's no others we need to worry about. I don't think there are. I'll just take another quick look over here. No. Okay. Let's go tell her. Tell her the good news. I carried around that vial. The bugs did seem to be drawn to it. Excellent! You have been most helpful. I hope that you were not unnecessarily injured during the testing. She gets a gourd from one of her cabinets and gives it to you. A small token of my gratitude. You may also keep the bait if you wish, or you can just return it to the cabinet. I think I'll probably return it to the cabinet. And thank you for the major healing pod. Because, useful as it is, we don't need it. Besides, we don't want to stink so badly. That said, that's gonna be the end of this. So, yeah. Short episode, I think. Next episode, we'll take a look at the Western Passes, because I want to clear that out. And then, after that, we will probably head into Pericalia. Till then, I am Chester44, that is E, King, and Shuriken. This has been a Geneforge 5 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.